I have some experience in transportation, and some experience with Senator Bachmann, Representative Bachmann, in transportation. When we were putting together the light rail line, the Hiawatha light rail line, and the incredible struggle to get the funding for that passed, after 20 years of talking about it, we're really good at that in Minnesota. We like to talk about things for a long time. But after 20 years of discussing, we introduced that, moved the funding forward, and she fought it every step of the way. And it's been the same way now with Northstar. She was against funding for Northstar and fought that all along the way. She has not voted for any of the transportation bills that the Senate would pass to support funding for our infrastructure. And she has, as some of you will recall, she even got on the light rail train. It may have been the only time she was on the light rail train, with a little video camera filming people who got on the train, because she was certain that they were getting on and they were not paying, and she was going to catch them. So she didn't know about transfers, you know, and passes and things like that where you didn't pay every time you got on. She has said that transportation is going to be her #1 issue. Her #1 issue. And that's got to be amusing. I mean, it's just going to be interesting to see how she pulls that off. And now she has capped it off after all of her career being against transportation funding, adequate terms of our infrastructure and in this state. Now she did the final thing, which is to vote against the bill, the transportation and housing bill, that has in it the funding for the I-35W bridge. First, and this is twice now, she's done this twice. When that money first came up, she voted to quickly adjourn the Congress before they could take up the bill. She voted to adjourn the Congress before they could take up the supplemental funding for the I-35W bridge. And now again, just within the last couple of days, in spite of bipartisan support, Senator Coleman voted for it, Representative Ramstad voted for it, but Michele Bachmann, she voted against it. That's the message we're going to bring to the voters of this district, that Michele Bachmann is not for Northstar, she's not for transportation improvements, she's not for the infrastructure needs of the district, and she's going to vote against those interests every single time, and that's why we've got to make sure she leaves office at the same time as George Bush.
Well, her record on a lot of issues will be addressed directly. It won't be, incumbency has not been good for Mrs. Bachmann, and we will help point that out. There are weaknesses that are going to be very important to address. I think my role in transportation will be very important in Congress. I think that I will quickly become a leader with my knowledge in tax law, energy, and other areas. I think I will become a leader quickly in the House. That's my intent. And part of the role of a member of Congress is to help bring money to your district. I believe that I will do that. I will work directly with local leaders, county commissioners, and others to supply the needs that are here. I think transportation solutions are a mix of light rail, mix of roads, highways. I think in the future we will have many other options too, and we need to make sure that when they become available to the 6th District that we have a powerful member in the House of Representatives to make sure that we get our share. Now, I think both Elwin and I can play that role. I think one of the things that I can do for the people in the 6th District is not just make the commute quicker, but to make it cheaper. We need to bring down the price of oil. I would like to destroy the price of oil, is the way I put it. We should get that oil back down to $10, $20 a barrel where it was in the Clinton administration. In one sense, oil is too valuable to burn. We need to be making plastics out of it. So transportation is, for the 6th District, is a two-pronged thing. One, we need to bring the money from Washington. Very, very important role. You need to be a leader. You need to be a leader in Congress to do that. It's the way it is. It's not the way it should be, but it's the way it is. And then we need to reduce the cost of transportation.